Year. I hope you had a wonderful Happy New Year and a Merry Christmas, and you cooked a lot. And you did give Tarka to everything you ate. Alright, I have a little Indian dish today I'm going to make, and it's called Shahi Paneer. If you remember when we went shopping, we bought some paneer. It's time to bring it out. Paneer is Indian cheese, but it's not cheese with high calories. This is very healthy because all the oil sort of has been taken out, so the milk has been curdled and extracted and all that good stuff. So this is paneer. What I'm first going to do in Shahi Paneer is I'm going to just fry long pieces of paneer. The other ingredients I'm going to come back in my next step, but first step in this is frying the paneer. Not deep fry, just saute it in a little bit of olive oil. Now again, if you don't fry, it's okay too. I like to fry my paneer for Shahi Paneer, then it tastes a little bit crispy on the edges but soft on the inside, and it doesn't just crumple away when I cook in my gravy. So my pan is make sure your pan is hot before you put the olive oil. So I had heated it while we were getting ready for you. So here's my paneer. I just cut big slices out of that big bag. And if you buy a big bag and you don't use all of it, just put it in Ziploc bags and freeze it for next time. You can add paneer to spinach. You could add it to peas. And now I'm going to make a little variety paneer dishes going forward, because I have not introduced paneer at all and I feel bad. Because this is a very major part of Indian food is paneer. People who don't eat meat, they eat paneer. At any wedding or any party we have in India, will always have 2 to 3 paneer dishes. So it's a pretty important ingredient in our Indian cooking. So I just put like a tablespoon of olive oil in a hot pan. And I'm not going to burn it. I'm not going to overly cook it. Just, I would say, give it 3 to 4 minutes. And I'll show you, it just needs to get slightly golden, not even brown. And once it's done, I'm going to just chop it into little cubes. But my first step is taking a little bit of olive oil and frying it. All right. And then it keeps it a little firm too. See, it's getting light golden. That's good enough. I don't want to burn it too much. So I can increase my heat at this point because it was very low. And I'm turning it. See this nice golden color? Once I add it to my gravy, it'll look really nice. If you just add it white, it doesn't look so good. See how quick it is getting done? And it is 1 more minute and it will be done. These are nicely fried. You can see how nice and golden they look. So they are nice and hot, but I'm going to leave them to get cooled. In the meantime, we're going to go through our ingredient list. I am going to use a pound of paneer. Now I bought a whole block, but you don't need to. You can just buy a small pound. And that'll be easier for measurement purposes. Half an onion, 2 cloves of garlic, little chunk of ginger. You know I love ginger. And cardamoms, small cardamom, 3 cardamoms, 1 big cardamom, and 5 to 6 cloves here. And what I've done is I have crushed these 3 things together. So right here is my crushed product. And you know from my last shows that you take the skin off. So once you crush it, the skin will just come off and inside will be the seeds. And you just want to put the seeds inside. So you see, that's that. And I have made a paste here. In my case, I added 2 green chilies too. Again, it's optional for you guys. Half an onion, garlic, ginger, and in my case, 2 chilies. Gotta make it spicy. And you love my spice rack, don't you? Okay, so these spices I'm gonna use, not all of them, but I'm just gonna use salt, cumin seeds, and red chili powder. I love my spice rack. Okay guys, let's get started. Start with 2 tablespoons of butter, nice butter, and 1 tablespoon of olive oil. I generally mix it because I don't want too much butter. I could use all of the butter, but it's good to just mix it because olive oil has its own good properties. As this is sizzling, I am going to add a little bit of my cumin seeds. So, 1/4 teaspoon of cumin seeds. Roast them in this butter. And as they're getting roasted, you don't need to wait till they fully get roasted. You can start adding the paste. The paste, I just put it in this little crusher. It's onion, garlic, and ginger. So I'm going to add this to my hot oil and butter mixture. I'm not keeping my fire crazy high. It's sort of medium because otherwise it'll start sizzling and throwing everything. And I want to make my paste really dark brown. Give it a lot of time on the stove, guys, because if it's not fully cooked, it's going to give a raw flavor and you do not want that. This is a creamy dish, so you don't want any raw onion, garlic, or ginger flavor. So we got to cook it real nicely and make sure it is totally dark brown. While my paste is getting nice and brown, it's almost brown, I've been chopping my paneer into small cubes. This is the last piece left. So nice and small little cubes I have done because it was cold. And the paneer is ready to go in. Alright, paste is nice and brown. As you can see, the onions are all cooked. Remember the spices that we crushed? This is a good time to add them so they get a little bit roasted in there. Do that. Now, one thing I did not show earlier, again that is optional, is I buy this little Shahi Paneer masala, which is a spice. If you don't have it, don't worry about it, but if you can find it at Indian store, just gives a little extra kick and I absolutely love it. So I'm going to add almost a teaspoon of this while everything else is getting roasted. A little extra because I just love the kick. So I am just gonna saute it more. If you saute the spices while everything else is getting roasty, it just gives a little more warm and roasty flavor. Now we're gonna add tomato sauce to it. Now for 1 pound, I don't want to add, this is a big can. Generally they come in smaller cans like 8 ounces. I'm going to add quarter of this. So that's 4 ounces of your tomato sauce. Alright guys, let's add this. Make sure your fire is really low so it doesn't splatter on you. Alright. I generally take it off the heat till it all mixes so it doesn't sizzle on me. And again, the same rule applies. You want to cook the tomato sauce real nicely. You do not want, the raw flavor or just the tomato flavor. Once it's roasty in all the spices, so give it like 3 to 4 minutes on it and you will see the color changing. From light red, it'll become dark reddish, almost like maroon. And of course you can smell that, it's starting to smell heavenly. At this point, I'm going to add a little bit of red chili powder and salt. So in your case, 1/4 teaspoon of chili powder. Do not add too much salt just yet. Add it at the end when everything is said and done because I'm going to add a little bit of milk towards the end. So at this point, I'm just going to add 1/4 teaspoon of salt. And that's it. That's all our spices. Pretty simple, basic ingredients in it. You will have all of these things at home all the time except paneer. If you have paneer at home, you can make this anytime. If you have a surprise visitor, it takes barely half an hour to cook this dish. So you can see our paste has become really dark in color. And as you see, another hint that it is done is it'll leave the pot. It'll be sliding. That means it is done. So it'll leave some oil and it'll become sort of by itself. This is a good time for you to add your water. Now for 1 pound of paneer, I'm gonna add like 2.5 to 3 cups of water. So let's see how much I actually need. This is 3 cups. So I actually really needed 2.5 cups. You can always add more, but don't make it too watery. You don't not want this particular dish to be too watery. You can see that it's the gravy is gonna get nice and thick. So this is almost 2.5 cups of water. I have a little bit of cilantro chopped too that I'm gonna throw in it. Give it nice flavor, and all the paneer at this point goes in it too. I will add either cream or whole milk at the end when it has totally cooled off, but not yet because it's gonna curdle. Now I want to just leave everything covered on very low heat. So very low heat, I'm gonna cover it and leave it for 7 to 9 minutes. Give it 9 minutes. You could do 10 too. Okay, all right, we'll come back. It looks really good, nice and dark red. And I have let it cool down, guys. Make sure you cool it down before you add either cream, half and half, or full cream milk. Again, that is also optional if you want to make it creamy. If you're allergic to milk or any other products, just leave it like this. And this is perfectly ready to be eaten. But if you want a little creamy gravy, you can add some half and half. So I'm going to add like a 1/4 cup. And the thing is, there's no hard and fast rule how much. You add a little bit and you stir it. You don't want it overly milky either. You just want a slight creamy milky taste. And in my case, this is done. I don't want it any more milky than it is. So I added a little less than 1/4 cup. And for me, this is perfect. My Shahi Paneer is ready, guys. Until next time, Tarka everything. See you again. Bye-bye.